Hello investors, welcome to the channel where I talk about long-term investing in companies that pay a dividend. This is known as dividend growth investing. My name is Michael, and today we're going to start off with looking at how the market ended for the week and then look at stock futures. Just taking a quick look at the major indices for the week. For the S&P 500 index, it is up 10.26%. For the NASDAQ index, it is up 9.05%. And lastly, for the Dow Jones Index, it is up 12.84%. The markets have made a slight recovery this week. However, with high unemployment numbers, low economic activity, and high death counts due to the viral pandemic plaguing the world, it's expected to go down in the coming future. For those of you who are fortunate enough to have the capability of continuing to work or live off your savings and have the disposable income in cash on hand, then consider dollar cost averaging into the stock market right now. This is a great buying opportunity for people to enter into the market because essentially we are back to where the market was during 2017. Now, if you're a returning viewer of this channel, then you would know that I am a big proponent of buying into the market when there's a lot of volatility and there also has to exhibit a lot of economic downturn. Assuming you have done the basic fundamental research of looking at the balance sheets of each company and seeing that the bottom line shows profitability in those companies, then you should be able to purchase shares of a company when the price is low, but its intrinsic value is high. So let's take a look at the news that has been affecting the overall market this week. This past week, a record was set when approximately 3.3 million Americans filed for jobless benefits due to the pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has put an end to decades of employment increases and instead has amassed a very large number of unemployment across the United States. Taking a look at this article right here, we can see that just this past week, the number of people who have filed for unemployment has reached practically 3.3 million. If we take a look at this visualization right here to track the amount of initial jobless claims, we can see that prior to March of 2020, the amount of people, if we compare March 2020 to every other year, we can see that it has blown the numbers out of the water by a huge margin. Looking at the unemployment claims of the past, barely any record reaches 1 million claims. But due to the pandemic, the jobless claims in the United States is about 3.3 million people, which is incredibly insane. Even when looking back at the financial housing bubble of 2008 to 2009, the unemployment claim back then was between 0.9 to 1.0 million at most, which means at most only 1 million people filed for unemployment. Today, the claims are more than 3 times as much. Looking at this article right here, with unemployment rate rising and businesses shutting down for the foreseeable future, the stock market has become extremely pessimistic and volatile. According to this article, the stock market has fallen from 30% its initial highs within just 18 days. Just think about that. In less than 3 weeks, the market has fallen more than 30% off its initial highs. Unemployment claims have gone through the roof, millions of jobs are lost, businesses are shutting down, and people are dying at an alarming rate. And the scary part is that this might be the new norm, or it can get a lot worse from here. My advice would be to be extremely cautious. Listen to all of the CDC recommendations. Sanitize and wash your hands, amongst other things, to keep yourself safe and clean. And most importantly, practice social distancing by staying home as much as possible. Now, with that said, there is some hope. On Friday, President Trump has signed a bill into law which will provide a stimulus check for people and businesses in need within 3 weeks from now. Before we move on, comment down below on how much you think you will be receiving from this stimulus check and your plans for that money. Are you planning on saving it, investing it, or perhaps purchasing essential goods? Please let me know in the comments below on your plans for after receiving the stimulus check. So, as this plan works out, adults will receive $1,200 each, while those with children will receive $500 per child. But this is stipulated on income and accordance with 2018 or 2019 filing. This means in order to qualify for the stimulus check from the government, you must, number 1, have a social security number, and number 2, have earned $75,000 or less as an individual, or $125,000 or less if you filed married jointly, which accounts for your adjusted gross income. Now, if you made more than $75,000 individually, or more than $125,000 married jointly, then the amount you'll receive is a multiple difference of 5% for the following categories. For single, it would be from $70,000 to $99,000, and for married jointly, it would be $150,000 to $198,000. So, let me show you the fastest way to get your stimulus check. This article right here pretty much tells you everything about the stimulus check, and if you have any questions about it, you can refer to this article right here. So yeah, I'll leave this link down below in order for you to calculate approximately how much you'll get from the stimulus package, but let me show you exactly how you can get this stimulus check as fast as possible. So the fastest way to get your stimulus check from the government is to file your 2019 tax returns and set up direct deposit by listing your checking account number and routing number on your tax forms. If you don't file your 2019 tax return, then the government will look at your 2018 tax return. In either case, make sure that you set up direct deposit by listing your checking account number and routing number on your tax forms so that the stimulus check can be automatically deposited into your account. Failure to do this may result in receiving the check later than expected, or even perhaps losing the entire stimulus check itself. Now, if you haven't filed your 2018 or 2019 tax returns, then you are at extreme risk for not receiving a stimulus check at all. If you still need to file your tax returns, then you can use my affiliate link below to TurboTax to help file your tax returns today and receive a stimulus check as soon as possible. Now, there is some exclusions on who will receive a stimulus check. The people who will receive stimulus checks are people who have Social Security or disability benefits, people who are unemployed and eligible, and people who are veterans. And I named these 3 types of people specifically because these types of people might not have produced taxable income for the government. So if you're one of these people who have Social Security or disability benefits, people who are unemployed yet eligible, and people who are veterans, you still have a chance to receive this stimulus check from the government. Now, something important to note is that this stimulus check is income tax free, which means you do not have to pay any income taxes on this stimulus check. Essentially, it's free money. That's why it's so important for everybody to file their tax returns right now, because you don't want to miss out on free money. Now, if you owe the government in terms of the IRS or in terms of student loan, if you owe them money, then that's okay because the new stimulus bill proposed by President Donald Trump has temporarily suspended nearly all effort to garnish tax refunds to repay debts, except in cases of which people owe child support. All you have to do is contact your lender, tell them about your financial hardship situation, and have them defer payments. Now, if you're still employed and have met the criteria for the tax return filing for either 2018 or 2019, then you will be receiving a stimulus check as provided by the bill's guidelines mentioned previously. In addition, if you're a small business owner, then check out sba.gov to find out more information on guidance and loan reassurance. For those who are currently unemployed, I recommend that you file for unemployment within your state because this stimulus bill also covers people who are unemployed. This new stimulus bill proposed by President Donald Trump would increase unemployment assistance in every state by $600 a week for up to 4 months, which equates to $9,600. This translates to including the amount you'll be receiving by your state for unemployment benefits, which means you will be receiving an additional $600 a week for up to 4 months. And now, I know some of my watchers are people who do freelancing or people who do shows on the roads or people who drive for Lyft or Uber or do DoorDash. These people are considered gig workers. The good news is, under this bill, people who are considered gig workers are also eligible to be covered by the stimulus bill. All you have to do to be eligible is to file your 2019 tax returns. Now, there's other good parts of this bill as well, which tries to help out the economy. Number one, the $500 billion pool of taxpayer money will be used to help make loans, loan guarantees, or investments into businesses, states, municipalities damaged by the crisis. Number two, $25 billion will be used in grants to the airline industry. Number three, $4 billion in aid to cargo carriers for employee wages. Number four, $25 billion for loans. Number five, $4 billion for loan guarantees. Number six, $17 billion for loan guarantees for unspecified businesses critical to maintain national security, and the list goes on and on and on. The purpose of this stimulus bill is to help those in need and to help raise the spirits of people so that the economy continues to move upward during the pandemic crisis. With that being said, these are my recommendations for things to do when you receive your stimulus check. Number one, cover all basic essential living expenses. This includes food, water, shelter, and transportation. Number two, place any additional money in a high-yield savings account for 3 to 6 months of emergency spending. Currently, I recommend the following. Vio Bank High Yield Savings Account, which has a 1.75 APY. Cit Bank Savings Builder, which also has a 1.75 APY. And Live Oak Bank Online Savings Account, which has 1.75 APY as well. I'll leave links below for you to review and perhaps potentially use them as your high yield savings account. Number three, if you already have all your basic essential living expenses covered and you already have 3 to 6 months of emergency spending, then I suggest that you use this stimulus check to slowly dollar cost average into the stock market. If you have any disposable income left over, then consider investing into either blue chip stocks or dividend aristocrat stocks. However, During emergencies like these, it is not recommended until the first two options are completed. Let me know in the comments below about your thoughts and opinion on all the news covered today and your plans for your stimulus check. I've heard some people complain about how the stimulus bill, the largest in US history, will increase inflation. And to that type of comment, I have to say that we don't know the effects of this bill just yet. So it's something we have to wait and see for ourselves. And as of now, this wraps out the news portion of the video. Now let's move onward to my portfolio to see how it's been doing this week. Looking at the past year, my portfolio is down 49.27%, causing a loss of about $2,380. Looking at the past quarter, my portfolio is down 34.26%, causing a loss of about $3,030. Looking at the past month, my portfolio is down 20.97%, causing a loss of about $1,990. Looking at the past week, my portfolio is actually up 9.53%, causing a gain of about $650. And finally, looking at the past day, my portfolio is down 3.47%, causing a loss of about $270. So there's still a lot of volatility this week, but a lot better than last week's numbers. I'm going to continue to dollar cost average my portfolio into the stock market as it continues to fluctuate downward. And I'm confident that this portfolio will eventually rebound and even outperform the market. The dividends that I'm earning through this portfolio is still here, and in fact, if we look at it, it is increasing. See, this week I earned about $2.33. For the month, $33. Past quarter, about $90. For the year, $180. So yeah, the dividends are increasing at a rapid rate. The main reason why I invest in dividend stocks is because of this number right here, the earned dividends number. This is the reason for investing in this kind of portfolio, even in market downturns. Because the earned dividends number is something that will always continue to go up regardless of what happens in the stock market. And the only reason why this number would ever stop moving upward is if all the companies that I invest in suddenly stop paying dividends, which is very unlikely. Now let's take a look at how the dividends that I've earned this week have bought shares in my portfolio. So just this past week, I had one trading day in my portfolio and it bought $12.32 of Gladstone Commercial Corporation. And this money isn't something that I put into my portfolio. This was money that was already generated for me by my portfolio. So essentially, I had an extra $12.32 generated by my portfolio. And with that amount of money, it bought some shares of Gladstone Commercial Corporation, which is great. Taking a look at over here, in my portfolio, I earned a decent amount of dividends this week. So this past week, I earned 47 cents from Commerce Bank shares, $3.22 from Royal Dutch Shell, 38 cents from BHP Group, 12 cents from United Health Group, 40 cents from Home Depot, 33 cents from Qualcomm, 17 cents from Anthem, $2.39 from BP, 4 cents from Bank of America, 14 cents from Cogent Communications Holdings Incorporation, $1.57 from Kraft Heinz, 15 cents from Lockheed Martin, 55 cents from Principal Financial Group, 8 cents from Texas Roadhouse, 80 cents from Tootsie Roll, and 9 cents from Eaton Corporation. These are dividends that I have earned as a result of me owning shares of each of these companies. This is money that I did not have to put any effort into earning besides clicking a few buttons to buy shares. So essentially, I'm earning money while I sleep. This is referred to passive income. Earnings which are derived from an enterprise like a rental property or company which required little to no effort to earn and maintain. Although these amounts may seem small, every little bit helps and will eventually snowball into something bigger through compounded interest. So this concludes the update portion of my portfolio. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up as it will help the channel grow immensely. If you have any comments or questions, then leave them down below in the video and I will do my best to personally address it either in the comments or answer it in future videos. I greatly appreciate everyone watching my videos and I hope to speak to you all again very soon. And one last note, remember to file your taxes so that you can receive your stimulus paycheck from the government. Have a great one.